lot of people are trying to say this whole flat earth thing is a psyop. It started with the CIA or some other, the Illuminati or whatever. If it's a psyop, it started with Moses. In Genesis chapter 1. Let's go through it. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Here we go. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Well, that word firmament comes from the Hebrew word rakia. Strong's number 7549 describes it as an extended surface, as if beaten out. It's an expanse. You see the descriptions there. Firmament regarded as, by the Hebrews, as solid and supporting the waters above it. Now, a lot of scholars are out there today suggesting or demanding that the word firmament is simply an expanse. It's the expanse of the air, the atmosphere, and the vacuum of space. Have you heard that before? The firmament is just an expanse. Anybody heard that before? I hear it from my detractors all the time. Funny thing is, the Hebrews and the Greeks disagree with that, especially the Hebrew scholars that took their Hebrew texts and translated the Hebrew into Greek. So these are Hebrew people who understand their Hebrew culture, their Hebrew scriptures. They took the Hebrew words and translated them into Greek for the Septuagint. And the word that they chose for the Hebrew word rakia, when they translated it into Greek, was stereoma. The origin of that word is the combining form borrowed from Greek, where it meant solid, used with reference to hardness, solidity, three-dimensionality in the formation of compound words. And when you just look at other online resources such as blueletterbible.com, look up the word rakia, you'll see right there it's an extended surface, solid, expanse, firmament, expanse, flat as base, support, firmament of a vault of heaven supporting waters above, considered by Hebrews as solid and supporting waters above. Over and over and over again, you see that the Hebrews understood it to be solid. The word rakia comes from a root word, raka, and when you look up that word, that root word, it talks about to beat, to stamp out, to spread out, to stretch, to stamp out, to beat out, like when you're pounding metal. Spreading metal out by beating on it. I don't know how you can beat on air to create an expanse. Job chapter 37 verse 18, Picture Translation says, "Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong as a molten looking glass?" What's a molten looking glass? It's a mirror made out of beaten down metal. I mean, Job comes right out and tells you this thing is hard. It's like a molten mirror. We know why it's hard. It talks about in Genesis, because it's holding waters back from above. It's separated waters above from waters beneath. We see in Ezekiel 1:26, and above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne. But we see that his throne is sitting on top of this structure, according to Ezekiel. We see in Isaiah, heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. We see in Amos chapter 9, verse 6, the one who builds his upper chambers in the heavens and has founded his vaulted dome. The word is aguda, a structure fitted together over the earth. He who calls for the waters of the sea and pours them out on the face of the earth, the Lord Yahuwah is his name.
Amos 9:6 is a very interesting passage of scripture. The King James says he founds his troop on the earth. Don't really know what that means. The New American Standard Bible is the most interesting one to me. It says the one who builds his upper chambers in the heavens and has founded his vaulted dome over the earth. Of course, King James talks about founded his troop on the earth. JPS Tanakh 1917 says he built his upper chambers in the heaven and has founded his vault upon the earth.
We see in Scripture it's like a tent. We see a metaphor being used there. And God called the firmament, the rakia, beaten down metallic structure, heaven, shamayim.
It's a long fly ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
We see in Isaiah 40, 21, and 22, a lot of people, when we start talking about this idea of the shape and nature of the earth, will go to Isaiah 40, 22. Have you heard people do that before? Have you done that before? Circle the earth, right? I've used it myself many times. So, see? Circle the earth. Proves this is a globe. Interesting, most people leave out verse 21. Have you not known, have you not heard, hath it not been told you from the beginning, i.e. in the beginning, the Torah, Genesis? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens, the shamayim, as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Well, you know, I may not understand Hebrew, but I think whatever language you're talking about, words mean things. Language 101, words mean things. And the prophet Isaiah knew the difference between a ball and a circle, because he used the Hebrew word for ball in Isaiah 22:18, but he chose a different word for Isaiah 40:22. So I'm looking at them going, okay, Isaiah knew the difference, the King James translators knew the difference, do we know the difference? So here's a little quiz. Which one do you think is which?
Circle, circle, pancake, bowling ball's a sphere. Perfect round shapes, I know, dear. One shape rolls.
This is a ball.
And one shape's flat.
This is a circle. Boys and girls,